So, it's been a while. I'm going to try and piss off all of you at once. Because I know some of you sit on one side, and some of you sit on the other of this particular argument. But I agree with taxing cigarettes. And I agree with blank packaging. Hell, I even agree on taxes of this. I believe in these taxes of indulgence, if you will. But do too much of that, and like with everything, the black market is gonna move in and fill the gap because, well, we're human. We all need our indulgences. A packet of cigarettes right now, just a 20 pack of standard cheap run of the mill. The current ones are like Chesterfield and Parliament. They're like $34 at the cheapest for a 20 pack. But everywhere in this country, no matter where the fuck you are, even some small buttfuck nowhere town, has one of these shops where you can walk in and you can buy a packet of cigarettes for $15 or $20. It isn't black packaging, doesn't have all this random messaging and stuff like that. It's just a branded packet of cigarettes from some other country, maybe marked duty free or whatever. And sometimes you can even get them for like $12. And when I started smoking, a packet of 30s of Peter Jackson Gold cost what, fucking $9, something like that. You could buy a 30 or a 50 gram pouch for like 15 or 18 bucks. But anyway, I don't agree with getting rid of the taxes entirely, and I don't agree with getting rid of blank packaging because the simple fact of the matter is like, you don't want kids smoking, and colourful branding and shit is typically a good way to get at kids. But we have to cap it somewhere because the increasing of the taxes over time isn't actually reducing the amount of people that smoke. It just is reducing the amount of people that are buying the official, legally allowed cigarette product. We all just found other ways to keep smoking while saving ourselves at least a few dollars. Because when you just think about that, $12 to $15, and 15 odd year ago it cost $9-10. Inflation and shit like that, and cost of living and stuff like that, crisis, everything's going up in price, can kind of account for that. Like, it makes sense. The taxes being $34, Now, what do? You spend millions, maybe even billions, trying to crack down on all of this, and fucking basically all you're going to do is force a bunch of people to, either A, spend more money and you'll get back a few $1 million extra in taxes, or like the black market will just adapt and find other ways. More people just start growing the shit because it is a plant. You can just fucking grow it. Or you can cap the taxes at a certain point, right? Like, tax it to the point where it's like, it's still going to cost you, $20 a packet. $1 a cigarette. That's pretty much like, when some bum walks up to you on the street and is like, oh, mate, can I buy a cigarette off you? Because you'll get the occasional one that'll scrape together some change because, he understands it's capitalism. But no, just cap it at a certain point. So it's like, even if these black market cigarettes, these branded ones that are just fucking everywhere, and you're not going to stop them from being everywhere unless you spend ridiculous amounts of money, you cap it. Yeah, okay, you're going to see a spike in people smoking according to the statistics, but in reality it's just all the people that have been buying the bootleg shit for so long who've just gone fucking... That's it. Just reel it in a bit. It's not working. The taxes are not working. putting branding on the filters and stuff, and a little bit of paper in there. It's pointless. The blank packaging was enough, and the taxes were enough that brings in a bit of revenue to help compensate for the fact that we're doing something unhealthy. But we're all human. Even if we don't smoke or drink alcohol or anything like that, there are still things in our life that we are doing that are unhealthy. Fucking humans, like, yeah, okay, tax some of the more, like, problematic indulgences and, to help fund maybe some of the programs that arise from that, but, like, it'd be a really good way to, like, ease the cost of living crisis in this country. Just saying, like...